right, let's do this. What's up, everyone? My name's AJ Rights Crypto, coming to you live from outside on balcony here in Barcelona. Pretty wild. There's like a bunch of people like right down there. Hey, what's up? I'm AJ Rights Crypto. Hey. Oh, he waved back. That's cool. All right, so this is actually a really sweet live stream spot. I'm not gonna lie. I got like this little thing set up on top of a chair for my computer. This is jank, but I'm actually having a great time. This is a killer little backdrop. We've been like, enjoying the city, going shopping, enjoying the view, still staying active, getting some videos up here and there. Been staying busy. Tomorrow, so tonight's our last night in this Airbnb, and then we're headed over to the Paxton where the Algorand conferences. We'll be staying at the hotel there with the team and everyone. That's going to be really cool. I'm very excited to meet up with everyone from Algorand tomorrow. Definitely going to go hang out with John Allen Woods, Stacy, Mark, Joanna, just get the whole squad. It's going to be a really good time. And like I said, anybody who's from, I know Everyday Algonaut, people like that, they are going to be here. It's going to be a really good time. I'm really looking forward to, networking there, doing interviews, staying active, doing what I do best, floating around. We're having a great time. Barcelona is really fun. It's just like this city has a soul, man. Like it's so different from the States, and the food is like crazy. But we're having a great time, and thanks everybody for being here. Almost 100 people in the house already. You appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That's the most European background Eddie C has ever seen. That's right. Because yesterday I did a stream, my late night stream, like in the Airbnb, and it was just like a white background. It was like very boring. I was like, dude, I'm not doing my crypto live stream in here. I'm coming outside. It's going to be amazing. All right. So guys, crypto, I don't really want to talk about crypto, to be honest with you. We've been posting a lot of shorts over at the Telegram group. Put a couple ideas in there today, stuff like that. But overall, here is let's make sure you guys can see this good. All right, here we are checking out. Just overview really quick before we get into the nitty gritty. Past 24 hours, Bitcoin's down 4.7%, 61.2. Ethereum also lost some of that value, down 5%, just over 3,300. Solana at 128. Toncoin down, Dogecoin down, Cardano at 37. I mean, everything's down even a little bit more than before. I certainly would like to see Bitcoin hold 60,000 if possible. But I mean, 56,000 is local low from when we came down, and we have been down here before. But I overall still feel like this is a good time to accumulate altcoins. If you use the graph as an example here, 50th by market cap, sitting on a $2 billion market cap, right? We're just under 21 cents. Like the way I see this is, okay, we know the graph was 50 cents back in March, right? So that has obviously become a target now. That becomes a target. And like, even if we buy the graph right here at 20 or 21 cents and it goes to 17 or 16, it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things if 50 cents is our target. It doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, regardless of if it goes down more, in the long run, buying at these levels is the move. This is certainly the time to crank up the DCA, get a little bit more involved. Phantom FTM, despite everything else down, is up 5.5 in the past 24 hours, up 3.9% in the last hour. Very convenient, as I posted a Phantom. Let me refresh this chart. Posted a Phantom long, two Phantom longs actually, in the Telegram group the past 2 days. And wow, this one actually went even farther. Wow, dude, what a sick call. I called it and put it in the group, but I did not personally trade it myself like a dum-dum. Here, I'll show you the setup really fast. Let me pull this over to one of my tabs. All right, so open up a new tab. 1 second. All right. So here is, so yesterday, all right, posted this Phantom long off the break of this level around 56 right here. That little yellow line right there is when I posted it in the Telegram group. Had a little bit of confluence coming up in the VWAP. It was still below the 50 EMA when I put it up there, but I was feeling that I was going to get above it, just based off the confluence and based off like how much time it spent over here. And it really just looked like it was a pretty obvious bounce to me, that it bounced off, the yellow line, and then the blue line was actually the alarm. All right. And I said, hey guys, this alarm just went off. I'm pretty sure this is a trade. Overall, within an hour and a half, it became good for 5.33%, which is really good. I mean, if you got 2 or 3% out of that, you did very well. And then, so this was the trade this morning here to the right, basically saying, hey, look, it's crossing the same level again. All right, it's crossing the same level again. This is the screenshot I gave this morning. The same alarm around 56 went off. All right. And I was like, hey, the only difference between this time and last time is that this time it's actually already above the 50 EMA. The confluence is better this time than it was yesterday, when the yesterday was worth 5.3%, right? And then here, that's not the right Phantom. I have a handful of Phantom charts pulled. All right. So get a good look at that. And now here is where we are, where right here is where the group got the setup. Amazing. Just gave you guys that one this morning. From alarm to tippy top, we're talking 7.8%. From alarm to a current price, 7.5%. Gave you guys that setup this morning after I gave you a 5% Phantom trade just yesterday. 2 back-to-back Phantom scalp longs, very successful, given to the Telegram group while I'm here in Barcelona. Unfortunately, did not hit this most recent trade myself, but hey, still calling them for the group. Love to see it. Make sure you join the Telegram group if you haven't, ajalphagroup@gmail.com. We have been nailing trades, 2 back-to-back Phantom trades while I've been here in Barcelona. Love to see it. Definitely got some news surrounding Phantom. Got a story pulled up about that as well. Going to certainly get the stories here in a minute. Are they still working on the Sagra? I don't know. I think we went there. We went to like a lot of the tourist stuff. Like, there was like a Catholic parade yesterday. I'm pretty sure today is the holiday. And there was like a lot of, parade type activities going on. No, it's all good though. It's nothing. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if they're still working on it or not, to be honest with you. But is it a good time for Aero, Fat Time? I can certainly put AERO on the list for the second bit of the show. No problem. Look at the chart for IQ. Maybe later in the show. I'm not that familiar with that one. Just wondering what a solid level of support would be for Bitcoin or the weekly. Okay, I can look at the Bitcoin chart here. I do have a bunch of stories I wanted to go over here. I don't think Aero is trash. I think it has a lot of potential, but it is certainly, I could see if you bought it at $1, or $1.30, whatever it was, I see why you think that for sure. Here, let's head over to, first I'm going to take a quick look at the gainers and the losers here on CoinGecko, just to get a feel for the volatility. We did just get back from a nice little late lunch not that long ago, so I'm still getting acclimated to the charts here myself. I took a long look at them this morning though. So let's look at the top 100. Well, Friendtech down 43%. I saw that. All right, here we are. Top winner for today, Phantom, up 5.7%. I posted one chart in the Telegram group this morning. 7% ago. Shit, dude, what a sick call. I'm just so proud of myself sometimes. Not to pat myself on the back, but I make some pretty insane calls, and that one just worked out very well. Also got Injective, Lido, Dog Whiff all the way down at $1.70. We're certainly going to talk about Dog Whiff and how good of a chart that is to target. And it will be a very powerful chart to target here pretty soon. In the losers, we have Ordi, Notcoin down 10. That's certainly one we targeted in the Telegram group. Brett down 8, Sui down 8.4, Jasmy just under 3 cents. Not that worried about Jasmy. It's still holding a good bit of its value. Toncoin down 5. A lot of coins down 5%, 5%, some 9, some a little bit more. Ordi, Notcoin, Uniswap leading the losers from 13 to 10% down. Nothing too crazy. Dragdub says, big boy with the Algorand logo on the thumbnail. He gets it. Hell yeah, man. Dude, first of all, could not be more excited, more grateful for Decipher. Still got the countdown clock here on the live stream. Decipher starts in 1 day, 9 hours and change. It's going to be such a great time. Like, I have every interview planned. I'm going to all like the extra after party things. We're going to have a fantastic time here in Barcelona, and I cannot wait to kick it with John and everyone from Algorand. It's going to be such a good time. Really looking forward to that. Also, we're leaving here first thing Friday morning, and we are going to Vegas for UFC 303 to watch the fight with the VFam. So that's going to be pretty cool too, going straight from Barcelona straight to Las Vegas to see UFC. And then from there, I'm actually staying in Vegas an extra day or two to do content with like Pasian and Kiko Paulo. And then we're actually going to flying to Maryland to spend some time with my family over there. And then my dad and I were actually going to Michigan the following weekend for the Red Bud National, which is a really big, it's like holidays for motocross, basically. It's the Pro National 4th of July weekend. And then I'll be returning to Atlanta area around July 8th. So I will be, mobile on the road here for the next couple of weeks, but I'm really excited to do it. And I can still set up my live stream wherever I want and have these cool backdrops and still talk crypto and, keep you guys in the loop and everything. So really, really, okay. IQ is like, okay, noted. Alex Nibbo put 5K into Ondo, Arrow, GFI, and the Proppy. Okay, I'm going to have to look into Proppy, but I'm cool with the other buys. I think the other buys are cool. Sweet, man. Love to see it. Got over 130 people in the chart in the house already. Thanks for joining me while I'm here in Barcelona. It's 4:45 p.m. here. I know it's only 10:45 a.m. back home on the East Coast of America. So it is actually kind of nice. Like I can still do my stream on time here, but it's 5 o'clock. I kind of do enjoy that. So yeah, but I certainly, Alex, I think all in all, that will be a strong buy at these areas. And I will take a look at the Proppy chart. Not exactly sure where that one stands. So I do have a lot of stories I want to get into today, but I do understand the sentiment with everything. I know let me fix my chart here just a little bit for you all. All right. So I do want to take a look at Bitcoin before we get into the stories. All right. So all in all, guys, Bitcoin, we had these two, pump ups here after the all-time highs, a little further looking at the 2-hour chart, all-time highs back here in March. Since then, we did put in this local low around 56,000, hence this yellow line here. It's like 56.5, 56.460, something like that. So that is really like the support resistance level we do not want to see Bitcoin lose. Bitcoin loses that level, the conversation really changes, like drastically. And then essentially it put in a low at 56, formed a new uptrend. All right. And that uptrend was unfortunately shut down by slightly lower highs here, back to back, kind of double top idea. And then this started. From there, we started this downtrend here that we are in now, created by these kind of bluish teal kind of lines. Don't quote me on that color. I am kind of colorblind. So really, this is what we were talking about in the Telegram group and even on the stream last week was, we want to see Bitcoin finally take a stand and put in a low. Oops, did not mean to do that. We want to see Bitcoin, put in a low and then put in a higher low and eventually break out of this downtrend. That has what we've been wanting to see from Bitcoin. Unfortunately, every time Bitcoin puts a low in, it rolls over. Puts a low in, it rolls over. Puts a low in, it rolls over. Just putting in lower lows, lower highs, forming, the upper and lower bands of this downtrend here. Bitcoin's currently priced at 61,100 and change. And it has been a pretty sharp decline to start the week. Definitely not helping the June plus or minus, chart, which I can take a look at in a minute here as well. So now, to be fair, so this level here is right around 60,000, actually 60,000, what's the exact number here? 60,250, which is support resistance from further back here. All right. And, obviously we'd like to see Bitcoin hold 60,000. Locally, it has printed a green dot. All right. On the 2-hour chart, it does look like it's at the bottom of this momentum oscillator here. So hopefully Bitcoin does kind of wake up a little bit, even if it ultimately comes up here and gets shut back down. There will be, I believe, room for scalp longs. You have to realize that anytime, because when you're in a downtrend, Anytime you are long trading from here to here, it is not going to be a very long trade. It is going to be a scalp. If you wanted to be long, like swing trading for like days and days or even longer, you would be in a short at this point in time. All right, because we're in a downtrend. So, but I can make an argument for there eventually being room for longs, because you see when you zoom in here on Bitcoin, you see how long the wick of this candle is. The wick here, that is called a hammer candle, and hammers are often a reversal signal. All right, and then kind of followed up by these short body, longer wicked candles after the long hammer candle, kind of signaling that type of volatility. But like ultimately from Bitcoin's today bottom, it is up about 1% in the past 4 hours, although it's coming down momentarily, coming into like the 12-minute chart here. Certainly a good amount of bullish divergence forming as we're coming down here. And then look at this anchor wave, trigger wave, money flow coming down a little bit. We would like to see, Bitcoin maybe not. I mean, so local today low is 60,500. You could set an alarm at 60,500. You could also set an alarm at the bottom of this wick here, which is 60,775. You could set alarms there if you wanted to monitor the situation for Bitcoin and kind of use that information to break alts. And also always on the 12-minute chart, keep a close eye on the 50-day EMA. And also, if you wanted to set an alarm on this support resistance, 61.9, you could basically just say 62,000 for this alarm, because if your 62,000 alarm goes off, you can say, oh, maybe I can start looking for some scalp longs because it is coming up despite it being in a downtrend. So let's hope that is the case and hope it doesn't immediately just roll over and keep tanking down. And this blue line here obviously is the bottom end of the downtrend. And it would be kind of unusual to see Bitcoin, break down out of a downtrend. That's kind of uncommon. So, that's kind of where we are with Bitcoin right now. I feel there will be room for some scalp longs. Obviously, we need to get above 62,000 to really create that conversation. And guys, we need to make sure you have an alarm set on this downtrend. Let me zoom back out to say the 2 hour. You need to draw this downtrend, given by these blue lines here, and make sure you have an alarm on the upper band of that downtrend, because guys, Bitcoin has been in this downtrend now for 18 days and 12 hours. 18 days and 12 hours. So if this alarm goes off for this downtrend, wherever it goes off, that will be something significant happening that hasn't happened in days and days and days and days. And those are the types of moments you need to be targeting to trade. All right. So certainly keep a close eye on Bitcoin. But yeah, man, hanging out in Barcelona, I'm having a really good time. Shout out to over about 160 people watching the show right now. I do appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you smash the like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Got a handful of stories I'm going to go over for you guys. I have a lot of stories pulled, but I'm not going to read them all. And then I certainly want to get into some charts and a couple other smaller things before we close the show out today. Just some quick housekeeping. If you guys haven't checked out my video with J Chains that I just put up yesterday, really good video, real honest conversation between two friends that have been in blockchain for a very long time, and basically talking about, like if you're in crypto right now and you've been buying all year, like you just got wrecked. You did, if you're buying and hodling this year, you did take a dent, all right, between March and now. And what do you do? Like what's your plan of attack? How do you remedy this? Like what do you do? And that is what the conversation is about. Coins we're avoiding, coins we're targeting, why we're targeting them. It's worth a watch. I promise it's certainly worth a watch. Really good video. I think it's like 15 minutes long. It's really solid. Also, I have part 2 of the Gary Cardone interview coming out here relatively soon. I already have it pulled up. I have the thumbnail made. I just got to put it up. But Jada and I might be doing our portfolio video today. So I'm not sure exactly what day the Gary Cardone interview is going to come out. Also, the interview I did with Big Pay on the live stream. If you missed that interview, we're actually going to put it out as its own video. I am on the team for Atrium, which is, an alternative place to stake Cardano, where you get more rewards from staking with Atrium than you would from staking Cardano normally. And there's a lot more to Atrium, but that is kind of like the elevator pitch. And, it is a killer project, and I'm excited to be a part of the team. Big shout out to my guy, Big Pay. We will be putting that video up if you missed it on the live stream. All right. So, go to the beach right now in front of the W in Barcelona. we will certainly check out the beach for sure. Why not? 100 of you, Kathleen Bayless says 100 of you could hit the freaking like button. It would not hurt your finger. I agree. It would not hurt your finger. That is facts. Make sure you smash likes if you haven't already. I do appreciate you, Kathleen. All right, so where to even begin? I'm not going to get into Solana here. Not really feeling it. So here's kind of interesting story. So Bitcoin and Ethereum transaction fees plummet to the lowest levels in 7 months. So Bitcoin's been relatively low, particularly since April, and the Bitcoin halving, which reduced the mining reward by half. The lowest levels in several months, one of the bloodiest weeks so far in 2024. On average, June 23rd, the average Bitcoin fee reached about $1.93 per transaction, which is the lowest level since October of 23. The low fees on Bitcoin are a sign of lower network activity and less competition. Less competition. I think that's kind of, a lot of miners took that big dent, so, there is, I think some miners might have hung up the boots and called it a day if they're not making what there's basically 4 miners. And this is the thing that a lot of people kind of miss about the halving and why Bitcoin is programmed to pump. Because if you go back in history and look at, okay, the Bitcoin halving happened here. Normally within 6 to 8 months of that happening, Bitcoin, the only way for the miners to make the same amount of money, if their rewards get cut in half, if the price of Bitcoin doubles. All right, so if you get my point here. So for them to make the same, rewards get cut in half, Bitcoin has to double. And that has what has happened in the previous halvings. That has not happened so far this halving, but it's hard for the miners, especially the smaller miners, to be competitive if there's certainly like these big giant warehouses owned by the same people really running the show. The smaller person might not be incentivized as much to leave it on, and that's what it's saying here. The low fees on Bitcoin are a sign of lower network activity and specifically less competition. That's a very important word there in that sentence. But yeah, so the transaction fees normally go higher during times of market volatility, especially when the prices appreciate. The increased price speculation generates growing competition for block space. All right. So with the fees going down right now, you kind of see it kind of a snowball effect how things were. So here's the little chart. Bitcoin mean transaction fee. So the price run, see how the price run, the fee spike. The price run, the fee spike. So right now the price run with no fee spike back in 22. Really interesting stuff. And it's not just Bitcoin. Ethereum gas fee is at historical lows wherever. The current gas fee on Ethereum network is about 4.5 guays. That is very, very cheap, especially if you were buying NFTs back in 2021. You could only pray to pay an Ethereum gas fee that low. There's kind of a compare and contrast here from fees from layer 2 networks, which is down, significantly from back in June. That's kind of where we are right now. These things, it's just something to keep an eye on, something to keep on your radar. I really do like this article here. My head's in the way. It says crypto market correction, altcoins poised for a major comeback with a 100% rally. And guys, that is a lot of my point from, if you did not see my Fibonacci video, that if you did not see that video, I highly suggest that you give it a watch. But for example, all right, here is the Fibonacci chart for Phantom FTM. All right, and although, all right, so Phantom came down here. It is between, I believe, it's between the 218 and the 0.5. All right, which is this range in the Fibonacci. Phantom needs to hold 56 cents to avoid going back into this range. You have to realize, if it really comes in here, you can probably expect to come down here as well, where it came down and bounced up, which is really what you want to see. But what they're saying in this article is similar to my theory with the graph, is that, all right, Phantom's price is currently here. For Phantom to get back to its target, to its year high, all right, which is at $1.21. I mean, we are talking a 105% pump for Phantom to get back to local high. And that's kind of a lot of what this article is about. There's even a tweet right here from Michael Van Pop. This chart explains it all. The ultimate sentiment is terrible currently as the Bitcoin valuations of all the altcoins are reaching new lows. The last time this happened, Solana pumped 500%, Fed pumped 650%, Render pumped 300%. This time, the altcoins are likely to do the same. And that's what I'm saying. It might be hard to buy in the red, which is why a lot of people buy in the green and sell in the red. But you need to, bite the bullet and buy in the red, because this is the time to accumulate. And, and he's saying, according to this chart, this time the altcoins are likely to do the same. When you look at, all right, there is the area we were at before we pumped back up. We are back at that area now. We are likely to gain back up, because I think a lot of coins are kind of the Fibonacci chart is kind of telling, using Phantom as an example here. I would not be surprised to see Phantom ultimately hold this Fibonacci level at this 618. All right. And that goes for a lot of charts. That Fibonacci video I put out last week is a very important video in terms of the strength versus the weakness of a coin. And I'm not saying coin is weak, like, oh, it's a weak piece of shit coin. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you should be targeting the weak coins because they have a larger pump to get back to local high. You don't want to be hanging around in a coin that's, all the way up here where local high is 20% up. You want to be targeting the weak coins where yearly high is 100% up. And since you likely took a dent from your portfolio from, say, May to now, you need to make it back. And you need to make it back plus some. So you need to prepare for the fact, okay, if you really think a lot of these coins aren't going to make it back to these targets, why are you in crypto? That's like, what are you, if you don't think Phantom's going back here, or you don't think, HBAR or Algorand or the Graph or WIF, even any of those coins, like the point is that they're going to continue. Because if you like macro, sure, it's in a local downtrend, but when you really look at this chart like this, macro ascending broadening channel. All right, this outdoes the downtrend that it's in, and that is the overall point that I'm trying to make here. And I think that Fibonacci level is really a telling statement about where it really is and why coins like this are the ones you should be targeting. All right, I'm gonna get rid of that story there. Get rid of that story. Oh yeah, I'll leave that one. Come back. Get rid of that one. I can maybe circle back to that one later. All right, this is an interesting story. Phantom. Let me get my silly head out of the way here. Phantom Foundation commits over $144 million, damn, in FTM to Sonic Labs Accelerator Program. We all know the Sonic update, but talked about a lot about this on this channel leading up to it. All right, the Phantom Foundation is committing up to 200 million FTM tokens to support the launch of Sonic, the network's newest iteration. In a new blog post, the Phantom Foundation says that its treasury is aiming to expedite the immediate adoption of decentralized apps to other partners to the Sonic network. Sonic is designed to be a high throughput layer 1 chain with a native layer 2 chain linked to Ethereum. The Phantom Foundation says that the allocation underscores its dedication to creating a robust and dynamic platform and community. And here's a very long quote here. I'll read the first part. Sonic's ambition is nothing less than reinventing the future state of blockchain, empowering visionary creators to develop decentralized applications of tomorrow, and enabling our community to actively co-create a vibrant and global cooperative ecosystem. And guys, they're putting a lot of money into this. They're putting a lot of strategy into Sonic. And I feel like Phantom is certainly a project you want to target right now. I also, when I originally did all my research for the Sonic upgrade, I missed the part where there would be a coin called S, like just the letter S as the coin. And I don't know if Phantom me in the chat if you know, but I know it will be 1-to-1 with Phantom. And I think the idea is to eventually shift from FTM to S, but I also know that FTM will still be FTM for at least a while. That's what I gathered. Actually, someone said that in the chat during my gaming stream yesterday, and I was like, wait, really? Because I read like 10 articles on the Sonic upgrade and never saw that they were going to the S coin. So if you know more about that in the chat, certainly let me know. So, okay, Parker, that is correct. All right, because all the articles I read before said nothing about that. Even this article that I just read says nothing about the S coin. You know what I mean? So it is easy to miss it. I don't, because I kind of felt like that was the low key part of it for some reason. All right, so I do want to talk a little bit about we are heading into July here, and I always like to kind of keep an eye on what to not expect from each month as itself. All right, and here we are, brace for gains. July is historically a winning month for Bitcoin, and what a time for us needing to rely on that previous price history, previous price action, we need that right now. We certainly need that for July. And my birthday is on July 27th. Come on, crypto. All right. So actually, instead of going through this article, I can just show you. Here is BitcoinMonthlyReturn.com. Good tool to use to see the breakdown of month by month by month. So in the past, well, this June is obviously going to be a very red month, despite May being a green month. Normally it's sell in May, walk away. Maybe sell in June's, I don't know what rhymes with we're sell in June, we're all doomed. doom, sell in June. Hell in June, sell it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying. But July in the past, down 4% last year. But the 3 following years, plus 16, plus 18%, plus 24%. And then in 2019, July was minus 6%. And then 2018 plus 20, 2017 plus 16, and even 2012 plus 39%. So July has been a pretty big month for Bitcoin. And what I also noticed from 2024 to 2015, July is either a green month, most of them double-digit green, and the 3 red months in July in the past 10 years have been down 4%, down 6%, and down 7%. So we've never seen, a 10% loss from Bitcoin in July in the past 10 years. And for the most part, we've seen heavy green months for July. So let's hope that, we can lean on that historical price action. Would love to see that. Also, as we head into July, I want you guys to be aware of some token unlocks that are coming here pretty soon. 5 token unlocks to watch in the next week. All right, so we have Alt Layer, ALT, unlock date is tomorrow, which is about 10% of the supply, a little bit less, about 8%, 1.05 million into 105 million into 1.5 billion. So that is pretty sustainable unlock here coming tomorrow if you are a holder of that coin. We have Yield Guidance Games, YGG, 16.6 million into 372 million. That is in 3 days. We have Singularity Net, AGIX, which is really crazy. I mean, the fact that these coins are all eventually merging, but they keep pushing back the merge date. It's crazy that how, of course, I guess they would still stick to the vesting schedule, but I wonder how hard that stepped on any toes for people that were who were on a big lock from early TGE type investment. I don't know. I wonder how that works. But 8.57 million into 1.28 billion, kind of an insignificant unlock coming from AGIX. Optimism, 31.3 million going into 1.08 billion. Nothing too crazy from Optimism. And then Athena coming on the 30th, just about 15 million getting unlocked into 1.7 billion, also kind of insignificant. So you still want to keep an eye on, you want to be aware of the coins that you hold and what their vesting schedules are. Certainly write that down, especially for the coins you hold a lot of. Where can I find this? Well, there is a website right here I'm showing you called token.unlocks.apps. All right. And it shows you the cliff unlocks, the linear unlocks, which is when it happens all at once, or if it slowly happens over time. And just search right here the coin you look for, and then it will show you the unlock schedule for that coin. If you don't like this website, you can also try this one, which is cryptorank.io. Also very good. I was looking up Avalanche total distribution about their unlock that happened a couple days ago. And this is actually a really good site that shows you like the whole allocation, the vesting round, and then kind of more of a calendar look than token unlock. So certainly keep a close eye on both of these sites for your large holds, crypto rank and token unlocks. Why not? Why not, pay it as much attention as you can to be very aware of what is unlocking. All right. Sweet, sweet, sweet. So final story of the day. I mean, there is this whole thing, guys, about Solana with the ZK compression, the scaling solution ignites controversy. I saw the story, have not had a chance to read it yet. If you're a Solana holder, I would suggest you read this story. I hold a couple $1,000 in Solana, but I have not had time to go over this article. But I am going to, but I also wanted you guys to be aware of it if you are a Solana holder, but I'm also not going to try to decipher the meaning of this live on the stream, but there is the link to the article if you want to learn more about it. The last story I wanted to touch on today that kind of segues into the charts is Dogwif falls out of the top 50, tumbled 38% in the past 7 days. And guys, I will say that the conditional range level for the Dogwif short that I gave probably 6-7 days ago in the Telegram group was that lower alarm for WIF was at $2.02 for Dogwif. I know a handful of people in the group nailed, and I mean nailed, this short. So if we look at this here, right here is, I am showing you the actual Telegram chart for WIF here. Let me move my head a little bit so you can see it a little bit bigger. All right, but guys, so these alarms here, these are all the new alarms. These are the new alarms that I added yesterday to the Telegram group. This 202 was the last level that I gave the group before this fall down. All right, and if you went off that alarm, all right, first of all, you could have went this alarm for this drop here, which would have been a 6% trade in 10 hours. And then you leave the alarm on, right? And if it comes back up, you trade the long, all right? Which, 9%, 7%, couple quick scalps. But all in all, if you caught the big move down off the WIF alarm, I mean, we're talking from the alarm to the bottom of the wick, 26%, 26.8% in 3 days. And if you're still in that trade, you're still up 17%. I am going to pat myself on the back for that call to the group. I could look back through and tell you the exact date I posted this, but it was posted before the move down. And I actually know that because a handful of people messaged me very large WIF trade wins, which is great to see. So shout out to anybody in the group. I am going to go ahead and show you this is the new range, the new alarms for WIF. And I also, before we do that, we zoom out here, guys, I want you to see how much we traded this chart. That look at how messy that chart is. And each one of these positions, not only where did we target these up the hill, but a lot of these levels come back into play down the hill. And at any point in time, if you traded any of these alarms, you did very, very, very well trading WIF, as it's still in this very tight downtrend marked by these kind of dark gray lines. As you see, WIF is still very much locked into this downtrend. Let me get rid of this really fast. Boom, boom, boom. So how long has WIF been crashing here? Because this has been a very, high volume coin, a lot of volatility. So from top to bottom, we're talking 27 days worth of falling, 63% top to bottom. And if you really zoom in on this and check the alarms piece by piece by piece, there were so many winning trades here to the group, especially that last one from 202 down. Very proud of that. Shout out to the group. But so here are, I'm going to go ahead and show everybody the most recent alarms for WIF here. I don't know why the chart's like eating itself so bad right now, but you guys still got to be aware of this uptrend, because the day WIF finally breaks out of this downtrend marked by these dark gray lines, that is going to be a significant trade. You have to have that alarm set. I'm going to double check. Do I have it set on this chart? I know yeah, I do. Okay. Because guys, that is the trade of a lifetime. When something's in a downtrend for 27 days and the downtrend alarm goes off, that's your day. That's your time to shine, baby. That's your time to shine. All right. So this was given to the group yesterday. It was actually above 157 at the time. So, if you leave the alarm on for 157, we're talking 6.5% scalp. 3% wick, 6% wick, 3% move. You still could have caught some of that. And then on the way back up here, we're talking 8.8% in the past 5 hours. So if you set this alarm and left that alarm on when that alarm came up this morning, you could have caught an 8% move there, or to wait to close above the 50 EMA, which would have done pretty well for whiff here. So, where are we for whiff for now? Well, we are above the 50 EMA. We're also above the 200 EMA. But as you can see, we kind of did get a rejection from not the 173 level, but this little wick over here. Here, let me scoot it over so you guys can see. If you look at this wick right there, can you see that? You can. That is where it was rejected from. So certainly that level, I would say, is just as important, if not as important, as 173. That level is 1.707 is that alarm, if you want to go ahead and set that one as well. But so if I were you, I would have an alarm at 170, and I would keep this alarm at 157. And it would be a wait and see moment from this point. As this move happened, we're coming through a rejection. If you wanted to go short, you could. But with the 50 EMA being so close, it could be worth 1% or 2%. But I've been around the block long enough to know not to force trades. And I feel that trading this moment would be overall a forced trade. But when you zoom out on whiff, this is actually where things get interesting. Let me get my volume profile. I know it's a very messy chart, but here's the gist. The visible range volume profile, which, catches most of this downtrend, is all the way up here at $2.81. And we are talking, that is a 68% move up. 68% move to the visible range volume profile. And I'm telling you guys, these are the kinds of coins I am targeting. That's not even to local high. That's just to the volume profile. That is just to the point of control. All right. So certainly worth keeping that in mind as well. Let me check the chat here. Do you think whales whales are always moving into different coins, guys? Sweet. Yeah. Sell in June, no moon soon. That's a good one, Crypto Night. That's a good one. DV Dotton says, no fudding, but I'm getting deja vu of the crypto down in 2022 with this belief that we are done heading to a bear market. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That would be unprecedented, given that we're post-halving. We're not even a year post-halving. That would completely go again. And of course you think that. That's what the market is designed to do. The market is designed to make you think we're done here. Until every Fibonacci level breaks, I refuse to believe that. And then even in that story, there is still so much hope, considering that we have never got the interest slashes. Interest slashes still haven't come yet. They're going to bolster the economic numbers because this is an election year where crypto is highly, hot button issue in the election, which is really just free press for us. Am I wrong? And I would certainly like to see an RFK or Trump win for the White House, which would also consequently be very good for crypto. And that would really set up 2025 to be the year 2025 was supposed to be. None of this was really supposed to happen. The Bitcoin Ethereum ETF kind of stole the show and, got all this excited money into the market. But, we are still, if according to the Bitcoin halving cycle, that has been spot on the money the past 3 bull runs now. They're going into the 4th one here. Q3, Q4 2025 is the projected top according to the Bitcoin halving cycle. And like I said before, which is well over a year away from here today. So like I've said before, no one has a crystal ball. No one can go to the future, look at the price action and come back and say, oh, well, what's going to happen? No one actually knows that. which is why I'm the type of trader that doesn't guess. I'm the type of trader that reacts. And when you react and not guess, you win a lot more trades. So yeah, that's where I stand with it. That's where I stand with Trump win would create the biggest bull run in crypto ever. It would make instant millionaires. I agree. I wholeheartedly agree with that statement. I do. I completely agree with you. Fox News must be in the chat if they're talking about a bear market. That's what I'm saying. I think it's a bear trap. Exactly. Because right at the point where it goes down so far, the bears go, okay, let's go short. That's where it's going to juice and it's going to short sell them. And guys, I did bring this chart up, I think last week, but I left it up just as a reminder that I do completely agree with this. A handful of people posted this last week, and I agree. This is right where we are, bear trap. And then we're going to have renewed optimism, FOMO, euphoria, and that's going to happen over the next year. I am not a proponent of the shortened cycle theory. I think that theory is completely short-sighted. And I think that because Wall Street ever played the short game? No, Wall Street's playing the long game. All right. And you should too. Trading, Warren Buffett said trading is the exchange of wealth from the impatient to the patient. Be the patient. I'm patient. So should you be. You should be too. All right. And man, this is just crazy watching people like skateboard. I'll like kind of show you guys and try to not drop my computer. But it is actually really cool being here in Barcelona. This is such a fun live stream. I'm not going to lie. I'm having a great time. And I hope you're having a great time out there too, guys. Make sure you smash the like, subscribe to the channel, all the things. In terms of my members only live stream, I'm not sure when it's going to happen. I'm going to live stream from our new hotel tomorrow at probably the same time. I may or may not do the members only live stream tomorrow. And if I don't do it tomorrow, it will probably come on Sunday. Maybe. All right. So or it might just get pushed to next week. I'm going to see if I can do it tomorrow. I will, straight up. But if I can't, I'm just being honest about my travel schedule here. So, I missed that $10 super chat from Dana CG Garrick. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Is Turbo being listed on Coinbase? I don't know. Is it? Let me look. Coinbase Turbo listing. I hope so. I hope so. Yeah, let me just look at my phone. I can tell you that a lot easier. I can just go to Coinbase on my phone. Coinbase. Take a picture of my face phone. Turbo, TURBO. Turbo is not tradable on Coinbase. So if it is, I'm not sure. I don't see any news about it as I searched it, but it's not tradable on Coinbase at this moment. So I'm not sure. If you read that somewhere, please share the link. But I did do a quick search and nothing's popping up. New guy, €5. Hey, thanks for the euros. I appreciate you. What are your thoughts on the IO token launch 2 weeks ago? No shill, a lot of skeptics, has only gone down so far, but it's solid. Yeah, I saw the same thing you saw on a lot of things on Twitter. People loving it, people hating it. Obviously, I think D-pins are a promising sector, but I don't have a personal opinion on it. I haven't traded it. It hasn't really hit my radar. I'm not hodling it. I haven't, generally, like, I think kind of people misinterpret like where I actually stand and like what my strategy is. And I don't throw darts and try to hit every new project that comes out. I'm actually the complete opposite of that. Even like with meme coins, like only a handful of times have I ever bought a meme coin before the crazy pump or whatever, because a lot of like my meme friends that I have will throw a couple soul at this, throw a couple soul at this, throw a couple soul at this, and they, for every one they hit, they miss 30 other coins that they threw a couple soul at. So it's just like I'm kind of I am good enough at top 100 leverage trading that I don't need to trade like that to be a winning trader. And I felt like if more people, instead of just throwing a little soul at whatever coin that's in their Telegram group, I would rather, analytically break down a chart and have an edge on the market and trade that way. So even with meme coins, the meme coins I trade the most are Brett, WIF, Shiba, sometimes Doge, Pepe, established top 100 meme coins that have, viable volume on leverage changes. Like guys, generally like, because like if you're a beginning trader, right? Like you could very easily, get in and out of $100, $500 trades, like regardless of leverage or not leverage. But in my case, when I'm doing, $5,000, $10,000 positions with 5 to 10x leverage, and I am exclusively trade on Phemex, I am targeting the coins on Phemex with the most amount of volume. All right. So, and I generally don't trade Bitcoin. Sometimes I'll trade Solana, but I'm not trading BNB. I'm not trading XRP, but I'm trading the altcoins that have volume that are also volatile. Notcoin. I've traded the shit out of Notcoin. Shiba, Doge, Pepe, Sui, WIF, ZK, another one that's been getting a lot of setups in the Telegram group. IOU, another one that's been getting has been a lot of setups in the Telegram group. Or is it IO? I think that is the IO coin. Yeah, I have been trading that. I have been trading that coin. And it's actually a newer. Actually, let me see. Is that the same one as the? Yeah, I actually have been trading IO. There's a setup for it in the Telegram group. But yeah, but those are the types of, my point is that those are the types of coins I'm targeting, because they have enough volume for me to be able to get in and get out of large trades at any time. Lately, to be honest with you, not Phantom and Brett have been the 3, and WIF. I have to put WIF on that list, or the 4 that I've hit the most. But yeah, but that's that's how we go. Checking the chat here. IO is the same one we've been trading on Phemex. IOU. Yeah, I get confused because it's like it doesn't have a slash between IO USDT. So I did put it on Telegram as IOU. That's just the dyslexia in my brain that comes out sometimes. But IOU does sound way cooler because it made more sense as a good name to me. But yeah, so that has been IO. I will look into Proppy, but not live on the show because I don't know if it's a. I'll look at it after the show, and if it meets requirements, I'll talk about it tomorrow. Could you do an H-bar update? Not right now. I am going to run here in probably 10 minutes. There hasn't been like nothing that significant that has hit my radar with H-bar other than I interviewed Eric Pincini, the CEO of Swirlds Labs at Consensus in Texas. He is, newly promoted CEO for Swirlds Lab, which is like the technical arm of Hedera. And yeah, he has big plans. He wants things to move and to move fast. Their new CMO, Sarah, she's awesome. If you're a new CMO, you should look at what she's doing because she's putting a lot of work in. And Hedera is in. People completely sleep on the achievements they've already have done, all the partnerships that they already have, the things they've already tokenized. I don't think anyone really grasps the significance of what they've already done. That is, Hedera is overlooked. That's how I feel. Just because there's not news coming out every day, it's still kind of a point. Well, did you realize like what they did here or what they did there? And when I actually realized that people don't know that stuff, I'm like, God, geez, like you guys. But long term, given the reach of the governing council, giving the reach of their connections, how deep their pockets are, their funding, I got to give it to them, man. I got to give it to them. JB, $5 super chat. Do I need a whole new email address to join the Phemex link for your Telegram, or can I have 2 accounts on one? I know the people that generally handle those emails, they suggest to just use a separate email address. I don't know if there's a way to have 2 accounts on the same email. I'm really not sure. So I would just make another email address. It takes like 5 minutes. And, shout out to Phemex. I appreciate you guys. I mean, it takes 2 minutes to make a Yahoo or a Gmail or whatever. IOU definitely sounds cooler. I agree. All right, so couple charts I wanted to look at for y'all here. I'm going to save that one for the group. I am going to brag a little bit. How many people are in the show? Got about a little bit 100, more than 100, and I will show you the street at the end of the show. Got about 160 people in the house. Guys, you guys are awesome. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like I said in the very beginning of the show, I did post this setup this morning when Phantom was at 56 cents. This 5% trade here was the one that we nailed yesterday. That little yellow line is where I told the group about this trade. It was worth 5.3% in an hour and a half. That same alarm went off this morning, except this time the EMA was above. The price was above the 50 EMA. It was below it the day before. That was still a good trade. And then, wait. Where is my Phantom chart? I have so many tabs pulled up. It's kind of ridiculous. All right. And then right here, this yellow circle, this is where I posted that setup this morning from this alarm. Top to bottom, we are looking at it about an 8% win. If you're still in that trade, you're still up 4.95%, just about 5%. And actually, let's see, is the price going to kind of hold the gist of this level? Let's see. Let's keep an eye on that with Phantom as well. But 2 days in a row, back to back, gave a 5% win, 5.4% win, and about an 7.5%, 8% win to the Telegram group on the same chart, back to back, while I've been here in Barcelona. 2 winners, back to back. Love to see it. Sometimes I post a bunch of setups, and sometimes I post 1 or 2 setups that I'm very confident on. And if I post less charts, that means you should really look at the one I just gave you, because it's likely going to be a banger. And that has been the case here in the past little while. Very proud of all the progress we've made in the group. We've been killing it. And hey, guys, if you're on the sidelines, if you're on the outside looking in, consider joining the Telegram group, ajalphagroup@gmail.com. If you feel like you're missing out, if you feel like you're missing an ingredient in your trading, maybe you should join the group and take a look at the setups I put in there every day. I'm literally giving you my personal setups, my personal charts with my personal alarms, showing you exactly what it is I'm looking for to get in the trades I win, multiple times every week. I don't always trade every setup that I post, but I do trade a lot of them. And it's actually the ones that I decide to not trade because I'm busy or I have to film. Like I am like a full-time content creator, so I can't trade as much as I'd like to, although I trade more than most. And I'll also go on like big like pushes where I'll trade like every day for like a month, and then I'll trade like twice, 3 times a week. I like go on and off, to also depending on the volatility. Well, right now should certainly favorable scalp conditions for the market for sure. But I certainly missed out on my own Phantom trade that I got. Very proud of the Phantom trade that I called today, but I did not trade that trade, unfortunately. What an idiot. Damn it. But also, guys, big shout out to Algorand Foundation. I'm going to the hotel tomorrow. We check out of the Airbnb tomorrow morning. Going to head over there, meet up with everybody. The actual conference starts Wednesday, so I'll only be live streaming today and tomorrow this week, and then that will probably be it. But there will be more videos coming from the channel that I already have recorded. Stay tuned for part 2 of the Gary Cardone interview. Stay tuned for the Big Pay interview. If you missed it on the live stream, look for me and Jada's portfolio update. The VeChain price predictions coming before this month ends. I got a new video coming from BAZED here pretty soon. And guys, I do got to say that not going to go about this. Not going to rant about this too long. 2 things here I've been working on and just how to handle the market right now. It's a really good, honest conversation about how we're approaching crypto now that things have gone down. Certainly check that video out. Also, everybody, where is this other? I cannot find it. Oh, right here. Guys, Platinum Mike Perry, who was Team Market Cipher, bare knuckle boxing champion, the king of violence. Also, he went on the Joe Rogan podcast, wore a Canpai Pandas hat and a Market Cipher shirt. Talk to Joe Rogan. He is fighting Jake Paul on July 20th. And this is a really big day for crypto enthusiasts, as Mike Perry has been a champion for us crypto folks, and he is taking on Jake Paul. This is a very controversial fight. There are some people saying Jake Paul is bigger than Mike, but then if you've ever seen Mike fight, you realize that this is the first time Jake Paul has actually fought a real fighter. This is going to be a serious fight. I am going to be betting this fight on BAZED.bet, the casino sponsor of this channel. If you go to sports, if you go to boxing and then type on, you go to sports, go to boxing, type Logan Paul, Jake Paul, I mean, that fight will come up. You can bet that fight here on BAZED, and I am super excited about that. There has been discussion about putting maybe $10,000 to $16,000 down on that fight to win $30,000 to $50,000 in the event Mike wins. I am feeling very confident that Mike is going to win that fight, and it would be nice to have an extra $30,000, $40,000 to throw around this summer. So hey, I think I'm gonna probably place the bet live on the show, and why not? I believe in us crypto folk, and I think he's gonna stick it. He's going to stick with the Jake Paul. So shout out to Mike Perry. I just wanted to bring some awareness to that, as that fight is kind of leading up to that fight in the next 3 weeks. July 20th is that fight. It's through 24th now. So it's coming. It is coming. Yep. So guys, that is about all I have time for today. Oh yeah. One person wanted to see the arrow chart. I got you on the arrow chart. And then I'm going to roll. But make sure if you're on your way to Ben's stream, if you're leaving, make sure you smash the like button on your way out the door. I do appreciate it. But I know a couple people actually said they wanted to see the arrow chart. So I will go ahead and pull that chart for AERO. If it loads. It didn't. Come on now. Come on, guys. All right. I might just do it tomorrow because it is not loading. Let me see if this one works. Okay, so 2 hour arrow. We did show this. So this was talking about the volume profile from a long time ago. There was some setups to the given in the Telegram group for this one. I remember this was a very big one from the loss of this level. 40% trade there in 6 days. That was given to the group before it broke down out of this ascending broadening. Definitely a good call there. All right. Here would be kind of the gist of the downtrend it's currently in. Let me try to draw this a little bit better. All right. I actually kind of want to touch it to the local. You almost can't, though. Yeah, something like that. I don't mind drawing it like that. All right. So definitely be aware of this downtrend that it's in. Also, if you wanted a conditional type range to trade, you could use about 80 cents. About 80 cents right here. Boom. And then on the bottom here, you got 65.8, almost 66 cents there. And also make sure you alarm this bad boy as well. So there is your setup on arrow. And this big support resistance level here that was drawn way back there on the chart. Look at his little face. We got a friend. He's my friend. That level is at 91 cents. But yeah, this thing is just downtrend, getting pushed down, but it will eventually, put in a higher low and continue. So be aware of the levels at this downtrend. At alarm at 91.6, alarm at, I'm going to say 80 cents or 79.5 and 65.7. There is your alarms for arrow. Boom. You guys are amazing. Let me here, I'll show you the street that I'm on really quick. Let me unplug my laptop. Stepping on my cables here. All right, here is the street. So we're kind of on this balcony here. All the people like kind of down there. There's like a lot of really good restaurants and everything all the way back there. And then like the main street, if you go this way past that tree, is like the main street where everything else is. But a lot of Barcelona is made up of these like alleyways that look like this here. There's like food, there's stores, you can buy shirts and Barcelona art. I bought some really cool art. Oh my god, I spent like 600 euros on this piece, one of one art earlier. You'll see it in the office. but I had to have, the second I saw it, I was like, oh my God, I'm buying that for the office. I have to have it. Maybe I'll have it in like a future backdrop when we do like the next set change, or if I have a second set or something like that. I bought a sick piece of art today and I can't wait to share it with you guys. So there we go. There we are. You guys are amazing. I had a really good time streaming up here. I got much love for you all. Definitely go check out Ben's stream. I know he probably just went on probably not too long ago. Please smash the like on the way out the door. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you're on the fence about joining the Telegram group, guys, I'm telling you, we have been killing it over on the group. Very proud of everyone in the group. And you know, I'm even proud of myself how much and how often I'm working on this group. It has been getting better as it's been going. A lot of people have said that. I've certainly been finding my way on how to do this correctly. You know, I started it from nothing 3 months ago, and it has really developed into something I'm very proud of. So guys, if you want to join the Telegram group, send me an email, ajalphagroup@gmail.com. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a safe rest of the day. Get rich or get wrecked. Later.